Now you already know how to obtain the average, maximum, minimum for the given data, as it is already shown in the video some Excel functions 1. Now we will see how to make out certain conclusions from the given data, or you can say the data analysis. Now you have this data in front of you. If you want to solve, like complete the table at the left and round where appropriate. Now rounding off the given numbers. How to round off the given number? Select the cell which you want to round off, or the number which you want to round off. This is the selected cell. Right click on that. You can see format cells over here. Click on format cells. Number. Click on number so that it shows you the type of numbers which you can have. Then general number, select the number, the decimal places. We don't want the decimal places, and our number should be a complete rounded number. So I'll decrease the decimal places to 0. Click OK. This will show you the number which is a rounded number. If I autofill the data, it will autofill the data for the other cells also. So this is the average, which is the rounded number for the given sheet. What is the meaning of the average in column F compared to those in row 19? Column F and row 19. Column F is the average obtained for the students, and column 19 and the row 19. 19th is the average of each test. F represents the average of individual students, and row 19 represents the average of individual subjects. Then we have, which test do you think was most difficult and why? The test which has the minimum average will be the most difficult one. If I'll compare all the values, first test is having 78 as the average, second test 69, third test 59, and the fourth test 74. Among all four values, 59 is the minimum value, so I can say that this is the test which was most difficult. That is the reason nobody could score more. What is the lowest student average? What is the lowest student average? The minimum average of any student. So I want to calculate the minimum. If I want to use an Excel function for that, press equals minimum of all the averages. What is the lowest student average? So minimum of all the student average. Student average is given in the column F. I want to calculate minimum. I'll go to M, finding minimum, click OK. Minimum of the values of the column, minimum of all these averages, minimum student average, click OK. This is the minimum average. If I want to round it off, I can round it as well. What is the highest mark in all the test? My highest mark scored by a student. So I'll select the cell where I want to write the result, equals. What is the highest mark in all the test? Highest of all the marks. After equal to, I want the maximum. So I'll select the function. That is maximum. It should give me the maximum. Click M. This is the maximum of all the scores. Maximum of all the scores. I'll select the region where I want to calculate the maximum. Maximum of all the scores. Maximum of all the scores I want to calculate. I'll click OK. This gives you the maximum of all the scores, that is 99. If you look at the sheet also, you can make out from all of them that the maximum score is 99. Let's continue with the remaining analysis of the given data. What is the sum of hints test 1 and test 3 marks? If I want to write my answer here, click on the cell, press equals. What is the sum of hints test 1 and test 3 data? Find the data, hints. You want to find the sum. Click on the functions. Click on sum. Say OK. Sum of the scores for first data. Then number 2. You want to select the third score for hint. Then click OK. This gives you the sum of the scores of hints first and third test without using the plus sign. How many test grades are there? It means you want the count of all the grades which you have. If I want to click the answer here, OK, then equals how many test grades are there? The number of test grades. You want to use the Excel function count. Excel function count. I'll select count. Select the Excel function count. Click OK. Then the region in which you want to do the counting the terms of all the test marks. Click OK. The number of grades is 60. Use the sum and the minimum Excel function to find the total of Nada's 3 highest grades. If I look at Nada's score, she has written 4 tests, out of which I want the highest 3 scores. So first thing is I'll sum up all the grades and I will subtract the minimum of it. So to perform that operation, first of all, I'll select the place where I want to write the answer. This is the cell, equals. Now sum of all the scores of Nada. Sum function, select sum of all the scores, sum, OK, sum of all the scores, the region for Nada, sum of all the scores, click OK. This is the total of all the scores. In this we want to subtract minus minimum of minus minimum of. I want the minimum of the given range of data, minimum of Nada's scores, close the bracket. If I click on enter, this will give you sum of all the data minus the minimum data, which is the total of Nada's 3 highest grades. Now using Laila's average mark out of 100, create a formula to convert it to a mark out of 45. If I look at the scores of Laila has got an average of 76 out of 100 for all the 4 tests which she has written. 76 out of 100. So how much she has scored out of 45 will be 76 over 100 times 45. And if I want to write my answer here, equals, Laila has scored 76 out of 100, so her marks are 76 out of 100 over 100 times shift 8 out of 45. So out of 45, if I click enter, these are the marks scored by Laila out of 45.